careful.
Trouble.
Oh, trouble.
Back straight away. One car sliding toward the wall and stops short.
Boris said the 60 car had to race his way in.
Nothing. In the grass in the back straightaway. You all right, Boris?
Caution will wave.
First caution of the day, and it looked.
Wow. It just looked like that car had that four-wheel drift up off the corner onto the backstretch.
It's almost what happened to Michael in the qualifying race when he got into Dale Jr. That thing just took off, baby. Bam, just like that.
First caution of the day in Daytona.
Uh-oh, there goes Tony. Oh, my goodness.
Crash in turn 4.
Man,
and there in the midst of it sits Tony Stewart and Kurt Busch, the 2 leaders.
I believe, I'm not sure, but I believe Tony got a little loose all at once. The apron, he got a little bit loose. Kurt was all over the back of him, and there he goes.
Tony's dropped the window net on his car. That's a signal to safety workers that he is okay. Watch the yellow line.
Yeah, watch the left front tire. Gets it on the apron just a little bit. You see the car wiggle, and he gets loose. He's got to probably lift out of the throttle a tad. And here comes Kurt. Cannot get off of him. They make contact.
And then once Tony gets sideways, nowhere for Kurt Busch and the 2 to go.
What a shame.
You're doing 185 miles an hour, Darrell. The car in front of you suddenly loses several miles an hour of momentum. Was there anything Kurt Busch could do?
Some room, and there
Well,
they go.
there's Jimmy Johnson, the 48 car.
Hard
Here we go.
Tony Raines with him. Denny Hamlin.
That was inevitable. It had to happen. You can't be this late in the race, be bunched up like that, and not have trouble. Holy cow, did you see that shot? Snapped his head around. Thank goodness for those big headrests.
Caution is out for the 3rd time today.
Rudiman.
David Rudiman crashed. 66 in the middle. Nope, it's in front of him. It's
48 car just lost it.
Gosh.
Right. I mean, right in the middle of the straightaway.
I mean, it's almost like a tire went down or something, because a car, to make a move like that, either something broke, a tire went down, because the car doesn't move like that on the straightaway. 11 car going by there. Denny Hamlin. He got damage, as we saw. Oh, there he starts way back up in there. He gets loose coming off. That's got to be a flat tire. Man, he hit that outside wall a ton.
And just nowhere for all these guys to go. There you see, they just started stacking up on the inside.
And where Johnson hit the wall was after where the safer barrier in turn 2 ends. So he hit the concrete and bounced right out into traffic. Let's ride with Jimmy.
Oh,
nowhere for these guys to go.
That makes.
Excuse me, that's David Rudiman. Here's David Rudiman.
Go.
Wish I could.
First replay was from Tony Raines' car. Now let's ride in the low Chevy.
No, I don't think a tire went down. I never heard anything. I think he just got loose.
Crash, guys. We got big loose. Got up the wall. You all right, Jimmy?
Leaders on pit road. Krista.
Matt Kenseth is in, and he is put to the.
Jamie McMurray gets in the back of one of Mike Wallace's crew. 4th caution of the day in the Daytona 500. Check.
Get all wadded up, and the 25 and the 99, and 99 gets in the fence. 26 was involved. Jamie McMurray in the 26, Carl Edwards in the 99. See Joe Nemechek in the 13, bumps into Carl, but in the meantime.
Yeah, this was not quite what brought out the caution. Watch the yellow cat car.
He gets forced into the pit lane. Here's what I don't think he realizes. He's got a flat right front tire.
150 miles an hour. Blaney is trying to scrub off speed.
And just nowhere for Ken Schrader, the 21 car, to go.
Or Boyer in the 07 car. Oh, there's a car in trouble.
Jamie McMurray, the 26 car, bounces off the outside wall.
And around they go.
Ricky Rudd, the 88 car. Caution will be out.
Dale Earnhardt Jr.
And remember, when the caution comes out, at the moment of caution, the field is frozen.
What do we got? 5 laps to go, before to go this time. It looks like we may get a green-white checker here.
McMurray is done. Rudd and Earnhardt trying to make it back to the pits.
Boy, Junior's car is crunched.
We will have stock car racing.
May have got a little shove from behind. I'm not sure. It looked like that's Kenseth in the 17.
And they just started stacking up from there.
Yeah, the 88 car looked like Rudd just kind of ran in the back of the 26 of McMurray, and boy, from there on, it was on.
I think Rudd had a car to the outside, Darrell. Probably not much he could do.
Probably couldn't.
The Goodyear blimp will probably show us our best angle of how this unfolded. Now watch McMurray on the left of your screen in the high groove, the purple car.
I'm pretty sure that Kenseth's got in the back of him. Looked like maybe Jamie may have had to lift out of the throttle just a little bit. And here comes the rest of these guys. Like I said, we're coming to the end of the race. You don't lift now.
And Darrell, Ricky Rudd could not swerve to the right because Earnhardt was there. And they just all stacked up.
Tight racing quarters. Tight. Yeah, you see McMurray get around there with Matt Kenseth right behind him. Jamie in the 26. Smoke, and you can't really see a lot with the smoke. Car starts swerving. Oh, Rudd got hit from behind. It looked like maybe Dale Jr. lifted him up.
Even though McMurray straightens out, suddenly he's 20 miles an hour slower than everybody else. And here they come.
All you can do is drive and hope that a hole opens up. There's no stopping. You drive it to the bitter end.
There's nothing a spotter can do for you there.
No, you just got to drive through it.
Ricky Rudd's view.
Now listen to the hit he gets from behind. And in an incident like that, you can't get your hand up. You can't signal. You say, hey, I'm slowing down. You don't have time to slow down.
And Ricky Rudd's 29th try to win the 500 is over.
And that's just how fast it happens right there. You got a car down on the inside, the 40 car. Strimmy, he's down there spoken. You got the 26 in the wall. Here comes 17.
Wow,
It just all started stacking up.
He did.
You know, Jamie McMurray had a car probably good enough to win this race a year ago and almost had the very same thing happen in the exact spot a year ago.
It's just a real nightmare as a car owner and a driver to run all day long.
Fox 3D. McMurray through all this. As he gets sideways, cars go by, and without all of the smoke, you get a good idea of what happens as McMurray rolls through that crash scene. And where he
coming to the white, single file behind him.
Front four, single file.
Here they go. They got to go. They got to get Mark. They got to move him somehow.
He gets back to that yellow line right around the bottom, all the way through turn 1 and 2.
Mark Martin is driving the race of his life, and there's nobody that's better at holding people off at Daytona.
And Kyle Busch lagged back a little bit. Is he going to get help? Is he going to come? He's looking.
Back behind you.
He almost squeezed Harvick into the wall, and here comes Harvick, the 29 with Matt Kenseth.
Oh, Mark got loose. Mark got loose.
And Harvick's getting a run off turn 4. It's going to be a drag race all the way back to the start-finish line. No caution. They're side by side, right to the line.
Big crash. Here they come. Checkered flag. Harvick. Kevin Harvick wins the Daytona 500.
We got one car on his roof coming across the start-finish line.
They're still wrecking. They're wrecking everywhere. Bowyer's on fire. Jeff Gordon's wrecked.
And they are still wrecking.
Montoya, Stremme, Kenseth, Biffle, Marlin, Carl Edwards, Casey Mears all crashed on the final lap. Have you ever
Well, a couple of times.
I'm going to repeat what I heard a few years ago. No, I have never.
I got so excited I broke the damn mirror in half.
And I'm on him.
A little side draft. Get a little side draft and try to pull ahead.
In the bottom lane, Clint Boyer gets slid sideways. Whammo.
And he'll cross the start-finish line unofficially upside down in the 18th position.
On fire. I mean, that's Joey Chitwood couldn't do that. NASCAR does such a great job. Goodness. That's terrifying.
Sterling Marlin, the 14 car, was spinning down pit road, actually hit the pit wall.
Until now, 1976 and 79 were the wildest Daytona 500 finishes ever. New one for the record books.